What is up, guys? Dustin Trainer here with another video, and this is gonna be my review on Pokemon Sun and Moon episode 24. The English subs have just came out, so I wanted to watch it with the English subs before I did this review because this was one of those episodes where the dialogue matters a lot more than just these kind of animation and stuff like that. So dialogue. So it's before I get into this, first off, I'm gonna try to come up with like really cool titles for my reviews. I did it for episode 19 when I did Ash Top versus Tapu Koko. Check that review and all my other ones. I just haven't really thought of a cool title for the other ones, but now I'm gonna really start doing that again for this episode. So I'll probably it will be a title based off of what happened in this episode, of course. So yeah, just watch out for that. So get into this episode. First of all, I would like to say that just take this episode and don't really think about the story and like the whole, because this episode wasn't really meant to be having a very complex story or interesting story, because it's literally just Ash giving a presentation to everybody who's visiting the school, and what we really found out about in the episode, that this was about Ash's experiences in Alola, the environment, just everything he's pretty much learned since he's been here in the Alola region. So yeah, so basically what this episode was great at, though, it was mainly for character interactions. So when you look at these episodes, focus more about the character interactions, and that's what this episode really did. That although the story wasn't the most interesting, they were really able to develop the characters and kind of like with one another, and it felt like a family aspect to what they did. It was really sweet what they did, honestly. I loved it. And that's, to me, was the best part of this episode, that it showed a family aspect, and it focused more on character interactions than pretty much just trying to build a certain story. So that's what I liked about it. So yeah, the episode starts off with Ash actually working on the presentation, and he's really worried about it. He doesn't really know what to say, and we'll get into later what that led to. Very funny part of the story. Yeah, and this episode was really funny, honestly. The comedy was spot on. See, these are the type of episodes where the comedy in this episode should be in for the rest of the series, is how they do it. Instead of just forcing it and doing what they've done before this episode. So yeah, Ash is struggling with his, and Kukui is telling, hey, it's gonna be a lot of people there. So he's not really being comforting to Ash's case. He's like, thanks for that. Like, and then the doorbell rings. Ash goes to see who it is, and is who we knew was showing up in this episode from all the leaks and all the summaries. It's Ash's mom, Delia. So Samson Oak invited her to the visitation day to go and see Ash present. And Ash is like, really? Oh no. Now my mom's gonna be there? Yeah, guys, that's the one thing when you worry about a speech. You don't want the people you know most who love you to be there, because you might embarrass yourself. And then we have a nice moment with all of Ash's new Pokemon. Especially Litten with Delia. Like, Litten was pretty much in her arms the whole time, for like literally the whole episode, honestly. And really to the end, it really didn't change. Litten was there in her arms. So that was sweet, Gave me some real life applications, because person petting the cat feels good, yeah. So just some nice. So yeah, all the positive. And then Ash tells his mom that well, it usually sleeps. So yeah, I mean you guys know that throughout the. And then here it comes. So this was a gag they used for the episode. So Ash is still worrying about his speech, and then Rotom is like, "Oh, I can help you with that." So pretty much what happens was Rotom told Ash to say something. He downloaded his voice, and then Rotom was able to sound exactly like Ash. So yeah, that was the idea, that Rotom would give the speech, but no one would have known it was him. Or at least that's what we thought. But coming late in the episodes, you find out. So Rotom would say the speech for Ash. And Ash was like, cool, let's do this. So he basically cheated. They may know him. So now they get to the school, and everybody is there. Samson says hi. Delia said thank you for inviting her, and Lily and her butler showed up. I really wish that they would have had said something about her parents or something, or her brother, which is again showing up in episode 27, but that's another discussion later in the video. I really wish they would have done that. So she says hi, they meet. So yeah, pretty much Ash Mom meets the gang. And then they get to the classroom. When they get to the classroom, and then Lana's sister's causing trouble again, and then the mom. This is really funny. So yeah, basically Lana's sister's like, "Oh, Pokemon school, Pokemon school, Pokemon school," constantly, and then and then Lana's mom just gaps and is like, "Hey, calm down." So that was pretty fun. So honestly, yeah, this next part was honestly the funniest part of the episode. So now the speech happens. So what happens is that Rotom sneaks under Ash's shirt and behind him, and then he starts giving the speech. It was just funny, talking about what the low region is like. Pretty much just basically saying facts about tons of facts about the low region constantly. It was just really funny. And then this group was getting skeptical, like, what? Ash knows all of this? No, he doesn't. This is not possible. So it's just really funny. And then Kukui's like, Rotom. And then, and then he gets caught in the like, oh, funny. Guys, this was just funny. I just found out was a perfect way as a perfect gag, that Ash was afraid of getting the speech and didn't want to have Rotom try to do it for him. It was just funny. It really was. You guys, this episode was just hilarious all around. It was very well done. And then Kukui said, no, you can't do that. Ash apologizes then. And now Ash has to gives the speech himself. And now, I guess when he finally calmed down and realized that, hey, he could do this. He just started talking, and then it's nice. It's all comes together, and that's really how a speech should be tackled. That just be confident and start saying true things you believe in, and it will sound better because you'll get into a rhythm and you'll understand, and it won't make much. So yeah, I don't know if I'm the right person that would be giving advice on how to say a speech, because I've really done one before, but it's me. But yeah, that is my advice for what you want. So yeah, he's just basically talking about it again, like I said earlier in the video, talking about his experiences, what he's enjoyed, and what he's learned throughout this region. And again, that was the whole point of the episode, really, that they wanted Ash, someone who was new to the region, to explain why this region is so cool to be in, and why it's so enjoyable to just live there, and like, I don't know. It's just it's really cool. I thought that was cool about this region because this region really is a beautiful region. You know, as it turns to scenery, I think like as it pertains for every region we've gotten in Pokemon, it looks the best. It's just, I just, I just find it really cool. You know how they did it today. That was just a cool real life aspect that they did in this episode. So yeah. And then, this was the last part of the episode. Team's goal comes and attacks. I was not expecting this in the episode. So they're just pretty much harassing everybody there, just thing. And then this was another funny thing in the episode that I really enjoyed, that I just couldn't stop laughing from. So, Delia sees that Team's goal is causing problems, and then she tries to get Lynn into attack. So, like, realistically, although Delia is not the trainer of Lynn, it should listen to her because, I mean, technically, I mean, she's Ash's mom and everything. So, shouldn't he listen? I don't know. I just find but it was funny that Lynn was like, "Oh, what? You want me to?" And then they ever show up, and then Ash asks what's going on, and Delia says Team Skull is causing trouble and stuff like that. So Ash fights them, guys. And then every time Ash uses Gigavolt Havoc, it's just so cool. So pretty much, yeah, you use Quick Attack with Pikachu. Lennon uses a move as well. So this was a cool moment. You see, like, it's kind of Ash and his mom battling at the same time, like, together. That's a first. Because we haven't seen Delia battle at all, and it was really cool seeing her battle with her son, you know. That was a nice kind of son moment throughout the episode. And that's what I'm talking about, with what they did with family in this episode. It was just so well done. And I just really enjoyed it so much. So yeah, Ash just Gigavolt Havoc on Team Skull, and they lose, and then they're like, damn, I hate Zoom moves. Like, stop using Z moves when we fight. They were just so salty. Which is why, in the next episode, that's coming up next week, they're trying to find their own Z crystals. Again, I don't understand kind of what's going to happen next episode, because they're searching for Z crystals, but even if they get Z crystals, they won't be able to use Z moves without a Z ring. So, I don't know, do they have Z rings? I don't know if they're going to explain that or not. I don't know. But yeah, this episode overall is really good. I would say it's like an 8 out of 10, because the story wasn't really that interesting, but it wasn't really about the story today. Again, it was just about the characters, mainly. And this was really the first real, like, I mean, not the first one, but like a really nice episode where all the characters really had a purpose, you know, where all of them just brought something to the episode. So I thought that was just really unique about it. So yeah, the preview for next episode looks really cool. It should be a very funny episode. I mean, Team Skull vs. Team Rocket. Oh, that should be enjoyable. Because they're kind of like similar, honestly. If you look at like each and every one of their characters. I'm Distant Trainer, guys. Check me out. I got tons of content for you guys to enjoy. Signing off. Peace.